Okay. Let me switch this over. Awesome. So we're back working on this game project, and I have done some work off camera. So one of the things I've done is inventory, sort of. That's what this is going to be about, working on player inventory. But one of the things I have done is create chests and items and inventory items and the like, and loot tables. So that is what we're going to be messing with today. Let me open all these up. And then interactable. So this is the chest code. Let me zoom in so that's a little bit easier to read. Yeah, there we go. So this is the... Sorry, this is the chest code that makes... Well, let me show you. That makes our chests and populates our chests with items and things like that. But also I added... I did also add a random seed. You can't see that because my camera's in the way. Let me move this down here for now. And then move this up here. Okay, Cody. Yeah, so I have this, oh, 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 oh. Why do I have two of those? Okay, now I have this dungeon seed up here that'll let me, for the randomizer, for the randomness, I can feed it a seed or just put it as 0 or whatever if I don't want a seed. But this way I can kind of change up how it's going to be. And if I get a dungeon style that I like, that I don't have to keep trying to find it, I can go to that seed. So here's one with 2 chests in it. It doesn't have all the rooms I want. Something's not interacting correctly with the chests and the rooms, but I can move around. And the interact key is E, so you can see I'm pressing E, nothing's happening. But if I walk up to this chest, hit E, there we go. Okay, so let me do that again. So here's the chest. It's a small chest, so it's only got 3 inventory slots. These are gold coins, and you can see there's 5 gold coins, 5 gold coins, and then nothing. And while I'm in the chest, I can't move around. I'm hitting the keys right now to try and move around, and it's not letting me. And I won't be able to move until I exit out by hitting E again, and I'm able to move again. And same goes for this chest. So that is pretty much what I've gotten done. You didn't miss much. Believe me, that recap was much better than actually watching me do it, because that took several all-nighters just to work on because I'm dumb and kept doing stupid things. Let me turn on a light. I'm a little dark. Yeah. So what I want then is, so while you're in this chest, I want to be able to open up the player inventory and actually drag these into the player's inventory. So that is what we're going to work on today. We're not going to worry about any of the dungeon management, the dungeon generation, any of that. But as you can see from this, I did get the chests as part of the manager, so chests will be added. I also changed these to just be vectors, so, and then added some headers, so just that way it's a little bit cleaner in this area. So you can see room width, max and min, min and max, min and max, min and max, min and max. all the same, and then I add a chest count, so minimum 2, maximum 2. So there should always only ever be 2 chests in the room, in each room that gets made. And then I added the chest UI, which is this, which is what you see. I added that as an object. That way, all the chests get the same UI. They're not creating multiple. They're just referencing the same one. So with that, let's jump into player inventory. So I got to think about kind of how I want to do this. I don't think I want anything on the attributes of our player. I think I want a separate little script. That way it's just a little easier to maintain. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just do it on here. I like to keep it a little self-contained like that. Yeah. Let's. No, we'll do a separate one. We'll create a new script for inventory. Put it in entities, and we'll just say max inventory, and then we'll drag that onto him. Oh, didn't want that. We'll drag that over here onto max, right under the attributes. Open the prefab and do it. Okay, and then we'll edit that script. So what we want to do here then is we need. So I have this class, this inventory item class, which is just an item, which is this, which has a name and a cost, which is just the base abstract class that has some different things on it. And that's so I can do equipment, armor, consumables, all of that based off of the same thing, so I don't have to keep rewriting a lot of the same code. So it takes that item as its sort of actual item that's on it, and then the quantity of that item. So what I want is a public array, no, tray, public inventory item array called inventory. And then what I want is a public equipment array called equipment. And so equipment is, if I open this up, equipment is it derives from item, and that just tells it what type it is, whether it's armor or a weapon, and what slot it goes into: armor, head, torso, legs, boot, arms, or main hand. Hello, hey AJ, how you doing, man? So that is what this is. No, it did not go through. Sorry, did not go through. Okay, so we have that. So if we come back over now in Unity, obviously you have the inventory and the equipment. The equipment we will say is a too many E's then. Oops. Public int. We'll do an int. I don't want to do a float because this is gonna be a size declaration for the equipment or for inventory. Sorry. We'll say inventory size, and I'm gonna default mine at, let's see, a large chest is 6. I'm going to default mine at 12 items, so you can only hold 12 different things. And then I'll say at start. Well, let's see if I can't do this. No, I probably can't. Wait, I bet I can. Equals new inventory item array of size. Inventory size? I probably can't do that until I start, can't I? Because it's not a number, not a constant. Yeah, non-static field or property. Okay. So we'll just do that down here then. Ooh, voice crack. Very attractive. So we'll just do inventory is inventory size. And then really this can just be a private. We don't need to see what's in it. Same with this. But we just know inventory size 12, so I have 12 slots. So we're going to create a public void pickup item inventory item. We'll just say II. And then we'll say public void drop inventory item II. Okay. So then what we want to do is on pickup, we want to say we want to loop through the inventory array, attempt to find similar item, and increase quantity by II quantity. Otherwise, add new item at end of array. So then putting that to code will be for loop for int I equal to 0, I less than, it will say inventory size I++. And I could probably do something else as well that's not the whole inventory size, but just the inventory that's being used. But I can do a break at the end if we don't find anything. Because what I'll do is I'll do a sort in this as well when items are dropped or picked up. That way we're not having empty spaces in between items. That just so that. Yeah. No, maybe I won't do that. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry, I'm thinking like 12 steps ahead and I haven't even written the actual thing yet. So we're going to loop through it. If inventory... Oh my god, I cannot type. Why is inventory the word that tricks me up? If inventory II is equal to II.item, then... Right? .item. Then we want to say inventory I dot quantity plus equals II dot quantity. And that's, we don't need... What? Oh, it's not Q2Y, it's actually written out. Um, and we want to say if, or no, sorry. So if inventory I is not equal to null, and oh god damn it. Um, and we'll create a bool found equals false. So I'll put my braces back. We'll say found equals true. If not found, then, and I realize now my camera's blocking this part of the screen. That's alright. I'll put it back to the way it was. You won't be able to see the inspector, but that's okay. I'll try to get an actual programming view up at some point that's a little bit better, but that's a problem for future me. So if not found, actually we want to do found at the end of the loop. Actually, I really don't even have to do that because I have link, and I love link. I'll say var inv item is equal to inventory dot where. Do a yeah. Inventory dot where I dot item is equal to I dot item dot, we'll say first, yeah, because I think at some point I'll do stacks, so you can only have a certain amount of items in a stack, but we'll limit for that at some point later. For now, we'll just say get the first one, and then basically if inv item is not equal to null, inv item dot quantity plus equals, I don't know, actually that might not be a reference. So maybe I just get the index of it. Should default. Inventory dot index of, right? Or get index, or find, or index, or get. Oh, come on, I know there was a fucking getting an index of something. I'm an idiot, but not that big of an idiot. Okay, this won't work. This won't work. So we'll keep doing this. So we found it, and then we'll say if found break. So we'll break out of our loop if we found it, because we don't want to keep looping through if we did. That makes no sense. And then if not found, then we want to get the last position. So we'll loop backwards through it. I is greater than 0, I minus minus. And we'll get we'll try to find the first item that has something in it, and then take the one right before it, which should be the first empty slot. So we'll say if inventory I is not equal to null, then we want our index. So we'll say var new I is equal to inventory dot length minus 1. So if inventory is not equal to null, new I is equal to I plus 1. So we get the last one before the not null record. And then we want to break. Is that, yeah, okay. Okay, so that should be good. Let me just put my comments here to just make sure people can know what's going on. Oh wait, I didn't do anything. I got new I, but I need to say inventory new I is equal to II. There we go. I wasn't doing anything with the value. I was just like setting it, and then that was it. So I actually have to go to the spot at that index and say, hey, make this the inventory item we're sending it. So that's all we need. And this one we just need a regular item I and a int quantity that we're dropping. Because if we're picking up, we know it's an inventory item coming in. But this way we don't have to, we can drop a specific amount. I guess that doesn't make sense. That's the inventory item. We can, yeah. So same thing, we want to loop through the array, find the item, and decrease quantity by II quantity. So let me get this, get this, and get this. And this can be that, so that I can do this, and break. So this one's really easy. We're not removing anything else. We just want to say, hey, remove the item. Actually, we do need to check as well and say, if inventory I dot quantity is less than or equal to 0, inventory I equals null. So if we're at nothing or 0, just remove the item from the list. And that should be good for picking up and dropping items. Okay. So now what I need to do is actually, so in this case our chests our chests, we need to be able to use these. So this just creates the thing for us, interacts with it. So now what I need is to apply what we just wrote with the max in here, the pick up and drop. I need to apply that to the chests. So what I want to be able to do is, for right now, I just want to be able to click it. Okay. It's not gonna do. Oh wait, did I disable canvas? I did. Okay. So what I want to be able to do is just click the item or double click the item for right now and have it go into the inventory. Get removed from the chest and go into the inventory. Let me look up real quick, make sure Unity, Safety Unity has a click event or something like that that I can use. Because these items are, I believe, no, inventory item is not a mono behavior item. Ooh, that might be a little bit of a problem. Unity, double click, event. Okay. Sorry, I was reading some stuff. So let me apply what I just read here. Public virtual void on pointer click pointer event data. Is that something I need to event systems event data. Okay, if event data equals to debug.log, not log error, just log. Let's log the event data. Let's see what I get on event data. Dot to string. Dot click count. I guess I can see what I have on it right now. So I have the amount of clicks, whether it's dragging, whether it's hovered, position, selected object. Okay. I see another one that's doing something similar, but I'll go with this first just to kind of see what this gives me. Okay, so it's not doing anything yet. Why is my canvas disabled? Did I do that? I must have. Instead of disabling chest UI, I must have just disabled the whole canvas. Okay. Okay, so nothing's coming up. I should be getting some messages logged. What is this? You new behavior. We're trying to create a mono behavior using the new keyword. Oh. Okay. That was something else I was doing with the dungeon manager, trying to put all of them in the same script, so I didn't have to have a dungeon manager and a room manager component on it. But alas, that's right. So that did not work. Shocker. Let me get rid of virtual. Okay. For right now, let's just say, um, do I have anything on the max attributes that tells me, hey, you're in a chest right now? Currently in interactable. Okay. So let's get a reference at the top to our max attributes. Public. It can be private. Private. Max attributes. Attributes. Get. Return. I just ordered a cooling fan for my laptop. Nice, dude. I mean, wouldn't have that problem if you had a PC, but, you know. Return get component of type max attributes semicolon. Okay, so that gives us that. And in our update, we can just say, are we currently in shit, that's a private. Let's just make it public. Are we currently in an interactable? Shut the fuck up, my choice. It's your choice, but I'm still gonna give you shit about it. Okay, so if attributes not currently in interactable, so if we're in a chest or in an interactable, that could be a sign, a chest, an NPC, whatever. We want to check. Continue speaking your opinion, man. Let's do a public interactable nearest interactable, and then this will be a function get, and we're going to do this. We're going to take everything here. And then we're going to say this can stay down here. Return if temp dot count is greater than 0. Return temp 0. Otherwise, return null. And we'll say if nearest interactable is not equal to null, then do all this. And we'll create a variable of that, a copy of that, so that we don't have to keep calling it, because that's essentially a function. So we don't want to make a variable of that every time. We'll say n equals nearest interactable. But I also don't want to have to like write that every single time. That's a little tedious. And then n.interact. And that should be good. And then in inventory, we can say if currently interactable, let's var n equals attributes dot nearest interactable, which should just be the one that we're in. That's how that would work. Check if n is chest. Then we'll say if not get component, get input. Is it input dot get input dot get key down. Sorry, I'm trying to think how do I want to do this. We can say get button. We get button down so that we only get the first frame, and then interact. No, not interact. Sorry. Dot get mouse button down. 1, 0. So if we left click, then we say okay. Pick up. If n is chest, n equals chest n. Our chest. Pick up chest dot inventory. I'll just say 0. This will be a little bit better. This is just for testing though. And then chest dot inventory dot or 0 is equal to null. Okay. I have no doubt that that is going to work. And let's serialize that just so that we can see it. I guess I could make it a public field at that point. Just so I can see that's working. Okay. So let's do E, click, 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 click. Nothing happened. Let's try get mouse button down 1 and see if that changes anything. Click, 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 click. No. What are the mouse button down commands? Input mouse button down. Okay, so it is 0, so I was right. So let's do a debug.log is chest. So this isn't running. Are we not currently in an interactable? Is that not checking that anymore? Attributes dot currently in interactable. Oh god, quit opening that. I don't need GitHub right now. Move all the way over here. I don't want you. False. Okay. So it's not seeing us as in the interactable anymore. Now it is? Okay, so I messed up my code and it got all reversed. Currently in interactable is equals to whether we're currently interacting. Current state is... we want that to be not. Yeah. Okay, let's try that again. Did you try calling it? No, I didn't, but thank you. Okay, so now true is going up, so now I should be able to click. I'll take an out of range exception. Why? Why was this out of range? Can I just click that? Yeah. Inventory size 3, element 0, element 1, and element 2. I said give me element 0, so that's not out of range. Alright, well we know this works now, so that's good. We know we're in chest. So let's do a debug.log of chest.inventory 0. Clear. So it recognizes it as an inventory item. Cool. So it's something in pickup then. Inventory 0. Let me do a log on inventory. I wonder if it's not seeing the last one as the first. Made a fuck lot of sense. Good job, Trey. Let me do element 2. So I'm thinking it's reversed from the way I see it in Unity. Clear. Dot item. Clear. Null on that. Okay. So 0 should be the coin. That's how that should be. Gold. Yeah. Okay. So why are you saying it's null? Oh, it's saying. Okay, so the thing about Unity is it is creating not null items. These are not, or at least with arrays, these are not null. Let me go back into the player. These are not null. So each of these elements is defined. It's not going to return null, but the item will. So what was happening is it's saying, okay, I'm not null. Let me move on to check the item. Hey, my item is null. What the heck? So that's why. So I'll have to do the same thing here. Okay. That should be good. Let me clear my messages. Out of range. Out of range. Oh. That's fair. So it's not found. So if we'll say if new I is still equal to inventory dot length minus 1, then new I is equal to 0. So at that point, we didn't find anything. We looped all the way through, didn't find anything. So we need it to be, we need to set it to that. Yeah, that makes sense in my head. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Nope, didn't make sense in Unity's head. Debug.log new I. Okay, 12. What? I greater than or equal to 0. That's not gonna help this, but so if new I is equal to inventory.length minus 1, which that wouldn't be 12, that would be 11, right? Let me do it up there instead and see what I get, because it should be 11. The inventory size is 12 minus 1, that should be 11. That should not be... Okay, cool. So inventory I. So it found it on the first record. Because of this, because of that, because of what I was just explaining literally 6 fucking seconds ago. That's why. Again, it's not finding a null item or null inventory item. It's finding so it says, "Hey, I found one on item 12," which there isn't. That's why. So if I clear this, gold. There we go. So now you can see it added gold 5 to my inventory, and then nothing else. If I do it again, it's not there. So this needs to update. We need to run an update to the chest saying, "Hey, I lost an item. Do something about it." Cool. That is very nice. So in the chest, we'll say, I don't need this anymore. At least not for now. I'll leave that because I'll forget what it actually was. We'll say private. No, it needs to be public. I need to be able to call this. Public void reload. And actually, we can just do that. And then say on interact, reload. That's good. That's all we need. No, that's not all we need. I wrote that for a purpose. So after we picked up the item, we set it to null. We say, "Hey, chest, go ahead and reload." Okay. But I wanted it to stay open. Okay, so you can see it still finds the item. I need to fix that, the image, but there's no quantity there, so it thinks there's nothing there, which is good. Okay, so why did that close my? Why did that close my screen? Ah, Because I don't want... Okay. Okay. There. So the reload is just this, right? Override, void. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this can all be pushed back a line. Hey, can you show the game? I can I can show you what I'm currently working on. It's less of a game right now and more just putting the pieces together, and then we'll build the actual thing later. Um, so right now I have a dungeon manager that allows me to create these little dungeons, rooms, um, based off of a little random seed. And I can change the width and height of those. Um, however, I can change how many rooms I want. I can change my chest count. So, and then there's an issue with chests, but this is that. So I'll keep these all the same size so that there's no issue with the doors. That is something I'll have to come back to and fix later, though, is the door placement. Uh, and then obviously I have chests. So, which is what I'm currently working on right now, the inventory system. But other than that, I don't have an actual game. I just have this. This isn't even art for the game. This is just free to use dev assets. So, okay. Why do I have a missing reference somewhere? Okay. So that let's try that then. So I moved. So reload is just what's going to create and populate the UI. Interact is what's going to say, hey, are we active? Are we not? And do all that stuff. But Turnberg, if you like this kind of content, I've been doing it a little bit more recently, trying to get into Tuesdays and Thursdays doing some programming streaming, along with doing some games such as like Valorant and Gmod. Um, so if you like that kind of content, be sure to give my channel a follow. I greatly appreciate it. So we're going to move around. We'll open up this chest. We'll go into max to see our inventory. You can see right now, first slot has nothing. Click on it. Okay, so you see gold, and then you see that that item immediately got used up, got removed. Awesome. That's what I wanted. And now I have 5 gold in my inventory over here. Sick. Okay. So now let's fix it so that that image doesn't show up. So let me do a debug.log here of uh, uh, of inventory. That's what I want. Had a brain fart there. Of inventory I, because I want to see if it's null or not. Because it should be. So let's check out what's going on there. Inventory item, and then if I click gold inventory item. Wait. Wait. Why? What? Wait. Hold on. Why did that message only send once? Hold on. Let me go get rid of the other. So we know it works. So we don't need this. And any other debugs we might have. Nothing. Okay. So let's. And then go back into chest. So let's see if that ran the appropriate number of times. Because that was a little weird. Okay, so it ran twice, so it found 2 inventory items. And then it only ran once because it only found 1 inventory item because why? It should still have at least told me null, right? Because inventory length shouldn't have changed. It should still be 3 sized. 3 sized. I also need to do length -1. I'm going. Yeah. I was going to 4. So that was a problem. Probably a problem. Run it from the top. Okay. Inventory item goes twice. 2. So that only runs once. Why? Why? Let me say inventory I. Come on. What? Why? Let me say dot item. So then I have to force it to say something. Because then it should tell me null if there's nothing there. Gold and gold. And then it only gives me 1 gold. Why? Why is that doing that? Because I break if it is null, don't I? Okay, let's do it outside of the try catch. Let's try to break it. Let's say, hey, I need you to break. Because I do. Had a feature in my throat there. Inventory item 2. Null 1. Inventory item 1. So let me log not equal to null. If my theory that is in my head and hasn't been vocalized yet is true, this will return false both times. Or true, it'll return true both times. What I'm thinking is that the nulls are different. True for 2, false and true. Okay. So what's causing it to break? We're saying, hey, are you not equal to null? Then do this. Otherwise, do this. Let me get rid of the try catch. Let me see I want to see what's causing it to break. Which one is causing it to exit out of this completely? Because we need to hide the image, if so. I suppose I could do that in the catch. Just say, hey, we broke, so obviously this doesn't exist. But I would really not like to do that. Null reference. At pickup. At pickup? At pickup? Okay. Throw it back in then. So what we'll do is this. We will say, if you break, for whatever reason, there is no item there. That's just what we're gonna. That's our working assumption. So we say set active to false. And let's create our cell outside of the try. And that, yeah, that'll set our image to 0. Because it's getting our text fine. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. um, it's getting our text fine because I have a ternary operator here. So let's do the same thing. Our sprite should be... Actually, we'll just do a check here. If this statement here, then do this. Oh my god. And this, but we want to set it to true. Otherwise, do set active false. And let's still get rid of the try catch, because I don't think I need it anymore. Now that it's not going to break anything, I think I can do that. Because the image was breaking it. We weren't checking to see if it existed while placing the image. We were just saying, hey, go ahead and try. And then when it didn't exist, it broke. No. That still doesn't work. If I put the try catch back in, are you gonna be fine? Is that what you're doing to me? I don't want to throw an exception though. I just want to continue on with the world. I'm fed up with this world. Okay. No, it just doesn't want to work now. I.item is null? Is that maybe the... So if ii.item equals null, return. So if the item's null, we don't want to do anything. We don't even want to attempt to run the function. We just want to get out of here. We had a bad thing there happen. Actually, we'll say throw new exception. Pickup cannot use a null item. That way we know exactly what's happening. We don't want to just end the function. We want to something happened. Something went wrong, so we want to just terminate. At least for right now. Maybe in production we don't want to do that, but for right now we want to do that. So it's not that. So II is not null. So it's inventory.item is null, right? Or inventory is null now. Inventory I is null. Let me... Oh boy. Let me just quickly look into our little chest here. No, it's got items in it. So that's not it. So pickup is wrong. Here, a little debug.log chest.inventory 0. Let's see what's going on here. Because apparently our pickup is getting a null item. Or inventory is no the chest. The inventory in the chest is null at this point. It's got an inventory item, so that's not null. So let's do a debug.log on inventory I then. Because apparently that's what's null. Well, that was incredibly unhelpful. Is it adding it to my inventory? Oh, hey. Wait. 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 Hold on. Okay, I'm glad that worked. But hold on. Why? I didn't change anything. I added a debug.log. You're telling me that's what happened? You're telling me that's what's fixed it? Is that I put in a stupid goddamn debug.log. I've removed them. So let's see if it still works. And if I put it back in, okay, now it's not working. Solid. So our inventory item is null right off the bat. Why? It shouldn't be. Yeah, we have 12. It should not be null. Okay. I want to see which one is doing that. Like slamming doors. I don't get it. I don't get it. And now if I remove that line and I stop my code, let me force this. I just opened Twitch. God damn it. Let me like change this and force it to resave. Force Unity to recompile. Clear my errors. Hit play. I don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't. Did I stop my execution? Okay. So then what I'm going to do now is put it back in. If I have to leave it in there for it to work, fine. I'll leave it in there to work, but that's really stupid. No. Okay. So somehow I was, with not stopping the execution, I was able to trick it into working for some reason. So we're going to check, and we're just going to say if inventory I equals null, then break and set that to be that. No, that's stupid. That's fucking dumb. Not that this is gonna be much better, but so we say the inventory is not equal to null, and the item is not equal to null, and the item is equal to this item we're sending it. Run it, stop it, clear, run it. Just gonna make sure I have a full cache with the actual code base that I want. Awesome. So I've removed it from the chest, placed it into my inventory. Get rid of this. Moment of truth. I swear to God, if this does not work, I'm going to be upset. Okay, awesome. It places it into my inventory, removes the image, removes the count. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay. I think with that, I think I'm going to leave that there. That gets me started. I will work on a little bit more off camera so that I can. I'll do some UI stuff off camera because that's going to be a little bit more tedious. But yeah, this is a good start, I think. This allows me to pick up and drop items. I'll have them in my inventory. I'm going to draw the inventory the same way I did the chest UI. So a grid series of the different items with their counts. It'll be a little bit bigger than the chest inventory, obviously. But yeah, that'll be the plan. So it'll look similar to that for now. Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying this little stream series that I've been doing. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of work offline, off stream. So it's going to be a little hard to keep up. But my intention of this wasn't to be a tutorial series or anything, just me working on things. And hopefully you do learn something in the process. So yeah, this has been it for me for this one. I will be back either tomorrow, Tuesday, or Thursday. So yeah, catch me then. The rest of these will be on the playlist on my YouTube channel, ThinkLink99 on YouTube, and you can see all the videos, even 4 of them that I did a while back, just doing the start of the generation that I had to pitch because I went to the new Unity engine. So yeah, and be sure to stick around. Like I said, I do this on Tuesdays and Thursdays, Valorant on Friday nights, and Gmod on Saturdays or Sundays, whenever we feel like doing that, or whatever game ends up coming up. So yeah, be sure to stick around and follow. I greatly appreciate it, and peace out.